Hello, welcome back to Minecraft. I got Malinka and Demon with me, and I think their connections are a bit more stable this time. Hello.
Hopefully.
Hello.
Cool.
Hello.
So the first thing I want to cover is our boar and the problems that we had with it and the solutions that we came up with and stuff. So let's go back over to our tunnel boar. We're quite a distance away, but that's fine. And just to warn you, I'm going to, in this episode, have these random drops of frames to 0 for a little while. I think it's possibly due to this tunnel bore, I don't know. I'm working on solving that, but it's recordable, so I'm sticking around for it. And yes, it is hard walking past diamonds and not grabbing my pet to grab them, but we can come back. The tunnel bore's gone quite far, as you can see. Especially now that we've fixed the problem of it not moving, unless basically the problem was it was moving when it was only moving when a player was nearby, and we tried a bunch of chunk loading methods which it wasn't working for. In fact, we can probably get rid of those chunk loaders that are on the machine now, but Demon, don't get rid of them, because I'm going to show you show the audience the steps we went to fix it. So first of all, our idea was, okay, it needs chunk loading, so we put a chunk loader here, and it still wasn't working. And I thought, well, maybe because, you know, for a brief second the chunk loader disappears and moves a block, so I thought maybe that's it. So what I did is I moved all of the force manipulator stuff so that I could hang a chunk loader off of the back of the machine here. So if I put it on the machine, it would have moved the same way as this, so I had to hang it off of the back, which you can see it does move. And we discovered it still wasn't loaded when we weren't there. And some blocks, it's very rare but it happens, but some blocks are coded so that it literally requires a player entity to be nearby for it to work. So our solution for that, autonomous activator, otherwise known as a pretend player. So the autonomous activator pretends to be a player and does its job for it. But other than that, you can see it's working. I could probably get rid of the chunk loaders. In fact, that's probably worth... I'll get rid of one of them.
Just the external one. You need the one inside still, I think.
Yeah,
does that autonomous...
Also, you know what?
Autonomous activator
it's working.
Acts as a player, even though it's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a chunk loader, and we'd still potentially have the problems. Yeah, let's keep the autonomous activator chunk loaded by leaving the system as it is. I won't get rid of any. It probably works without it. You can test it yourself. If you're building a tunnel bore like this, then feel free to test. What else did we do? We messed around with the timing of the system a little bit. So this timer's on 10, as you can see, and it's going to fuck me around because of this. But the state cell is on 4 seconds and 10 and 4. And we also found that it was better when we added these repeaters to 32 ticks instead of 16. What else did I change? I also added, because I was a bit worried, I don't think it was the cause, but I was worried that there wasn't enough Fortron energy, so I put in a stack of lapis into the coercion deriver. That speeds up the production of Fortron energy, but you know, the capacitor's full, it's doing fine, it's not even an issue really. Right, let's get the hell out of here because it's causing me... Do you know what, just in case this is causing me lag, we're getting materials really fast. I'm turning it off for now.
Turn it back on after recording.
Yeah, I'm going to come back and turn it on. And if that's causing my lag, then hopefully that should solve it, maybe. Oh yeah, the other thing, bats. This is due to... basically, this world has been designed so that no mobs will spawn, enemy mobs, which means only peaceful mobs spawn, unfortunately, and that means bats. It looks for the only place bats are available, which is in this tunnel, and just spams it with a million bats. I'm going to come off of camera because this tunnel's too long, so we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back at the base, and let's talk about what we're doing this episode. I'm just going to put some things away. So this episode, we will be doing some Ars Magica. So we've got the magic tower here, which we've made a little expansion for, and we've also increased the height of it. You'll see the inside. It's not that exciting inside at the moment, but that's neither here nor there. And I've actually come over to here because this liquid here is an Ars Magica liquid. You get them in 4x4 blocks like this in the desert, and in certain magical biomes you might find big pools of it. But in deserts you'll only find 4x4. But do you know what? That's okay for now. We will use big pools of this later, but for now I think this will be fine. So you grab an item frame, and inside the item frame, Malinka, come over.
Yeah, let me. Okay, on my way.
Come on.
Where am I going?
You can hold off your tesseract making. So come back here. We're only behind the wall.
Oh, there.
Yeah. This won't take a second. Right, Demon, get out of my face. Right, here we go.
I'm not in your face.
So what it will do is it's going to suck up
wow.
magic from the pool, and perfect time for a lag spike, but yeah, we go. And once it's finished sucking up, there you go, we get ourselves a book. And that book will teach people the secrets of the arcane, and there you go, that's yours.
Oh, wow. That's pretty.
And I'll do one more. Here's a book for you.
Thank you, kind sir.
That's just a basic book. You'll have to put it in the item frame in a moment. And there we go. And hopefully, did you pick up the item frame? There we go. So you do that, and I'll show. This is called an Arcane Compendium. Functions very similarly to the Phomonomicon in some ways, in that it updates itself as you're building stuff. So if I right click the book here, you know, we've got a foreword here that tells you about the mod, how to use the book, tells you about the user interface, and how to create our first spell, which is going to be important very soon. What else is it going to teach us? Teach us about burnout, casting modes, moonstone meteors, spell creation, ores, which would, you know, a whole bunch of like stuff here that's in and around the world, which is all, that's all good and fine. But I think what we need to do is actually just get started. So it says to make a spell, we'll first need to create an oculus. So if we click on oculus here, oh, apparently that's not going to allow us to do that. When is it going to give us our items to actually make? Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. I can go here. I thought the links would work to the Oculus, but here we go. A gateway to the stars. The Oculus shows you your innermost self. It is here that you can spend skill points to unlock. So we're going to need blue topaz, stone bricks, glass, and coal. So let's get on and request some of that stuff, I guess. So I wonder whether or not NEI will help us with our creation of said Oculus. So let's come in here and take a look. It will and it won't, because I don't... oh yeah, I've got some here. Look, stone bricks. So let's request all of the stuff for an Oculus. An Oculus is rather like a talent tree thing. So it allows us to view our talent trees. And if I craft my Oculus here, it actually will start, as you saw there, it's now got a new entry in the Arcane Compendium of some kind, and I think it maybe the particle emitter just suddenly got added, I think. But yeah, basically as you make stuff, it will tell you how to make more things. So let's jump through the portal here, which I've already set up. The portal takes us to, what, about the 3rd or 4th level of the magic tower? Something like that.
Just above the infusion, so that's the 3rd level, I think.
Yeah. I don't. It's not infusion below here. It's the wand recharge.
Recharging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Where do we want our request bar to fire?
Probably in this... or probably upstairs, but I'll explain why for that later to the audience. But yeah, upstairs would be good. Not in the middle of the room though, Malinka, because yeah, hopefully you'll understand soon enough. Anyway, so I'm going to place our Oculus down. And in the Oculus, we get skill points. Now over here, if you can see, it says 3 in blue, 0 and 0. So you start off with 3 skill points for free in the blue trees. And anything which is, you see the blue text here, lightning damage, physical damage, projectiles, frost. These are in red, which means they need red skill points. And we've also got 3 different trees: offense, defense, and utility. So now I think we need to choose, I think, for the best of us, we should all pick a tree each. And there'll probably be some crossover eventually, but perhaps we could each start in a different tree. So I'm going to perhaps go the let me think, what do I want to do? I'm going to take the defense tree, and I'm going to learn self, and I'm going to learn, what's over here, leap. Leap's kind of cool, but I think I'm going to learn regen and heal. There we go. So now I've learnt those 3 spells: self, regen, heal. And you can see that I've now got magic bars on my UI, which has come up, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Right, the next step is let's have a look here. Is probably this inscription table. Now the inscription table allows us to be able to write spells of some kind. So we're going to need a torch, a feather, a spell parchment, which is I don't know why it's showing that. It's actually 2 sticks and a piece of paper. Weird on the screen here, showing iron helmets and slabs and stuff. So let's get some of that stuff. Have you gone upstairs? Have we got a request pipe set up here now, or not?
It's not cooperating.
Okay.
Which
I can
2
take a
were still
quick
free?
look. Yeah, let me just take a look. So we've got it on the Logipipe system. I need it to be in item mode, so it needs to send and receive items. We've got a basic logistics pipe. And I'll turn redstone control off. We need a request pipe.
For some reason... Yeah, I've got that on me as well, but for some reason it's not hooking up correctly.
Okay, it's not being powered is basically what it is. Let me try sending energy through this. So, oops, send energy. No? Oh, that's very bad.
This is the stuff coming out of forestry.
Okay, in which case, let's stop that before it breaks everything. Right, the Tesseract solution won't work. Apparently we can only have 1 Tesseract unless it's on a different frequency. You might want to disable it completely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'll just turn it to main power
There.
station for now. There we go. That's cool. Alright, so the Tesseract solution won't work. That's fine. Interesting, but not very helpful to us while recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump through here anyway. And let's use our logistics request table through here. And so the first thing that we really want is spell parchment. Now spell parchment is something you end up needing quite a lot of over time. So I'll probably make a bunch of these. So by shift clicking the recipe here, I've got sticks paper. Let's request 64. And eventually all the paper that we need and the sticks are going to arrive here. I think the sticks right now are being auto-crafted from the planks and things from the system, so it takes a little while to get here, but it should arrive any moment. Here we go. So as they arrive, I can click and make spell parchments, and someone's requesting ender pearls.
There's some extra stuff arriving, but that's just me.
Okay, so now I've got some spell parchment, or I should probably leave that in here. And what was I in the middle of making? The inscription table. I think so. So if I just shift click into here and I'll drop my spell parchment back in. And what's it missing? Just a spell parchment. Okay, fine. Okay. I have to wait for spell parchment to hit an inventory. Sometimes that's the problem with this logistics pipe Nexus. It can be a bit slow if you've got everything spread out like we do. But a lot of it we're trying to solve anyway, so it just takes a little time to get everything that we need. But here we go, one inscription table. Alright, let's jump back through the portal. And where did I put the... Did you move? Oh, there it is. That didn't... I wonder if it's because demon's face is in the way. There we go. Is that the way around? I guess it doesn't matter. Now bear in mind only one person should be looking at this at a time. It's a bit like the other one. Apparently we need a book and quill for this to work. So back across and look up the recipe for a book and quill. We need to actually have like a setup here that we're going to do where we'll have book and quills supplied to us. So it needs ink sacks, feathers and a book. Hopefully I've got spare books. I'm missing 7 books. Okay. Well, I'll make 3 for now. And we'll get some of the rest sorted. There we go. Book and quill. At least that way we can all make our first spells, because that should be 1 each. You guys have been really quiet these last couple of episodes. And it's really just me.
That's because you're explaining a lot. It's not like I want to be quiet.
Okay. Anyway, so I put a book of quill in here, and I'm going to make a spell. I'm going to make it just a healing spell on myself. So I'm going to select self and drag it into here. So now it's a self spell, and I'm going to make it a heal. It says here. If I remove any eye for a moment, it says removing the book will finalise the recipe. But actually, I'm going to start again. So if I bring it in here, it says at least 1 component is needed, and these are components. And then it tells me removing the book will finalise the spell. But I'm just going to call it a basic heal. And grab the book and here, and actually gives me a written book. So what I'm going to do, are you guys around? No, you just buggered off. See, they're all too busy doing their own things.
Nope, I'm around you, actually. I'm around
I'm here.
Okay. Book and quill for
I'm just
demon.
1 floor above you.
Okay, come down.
Thank you.
Then.
Aha! Request pipe working.
Okay, cool. Excellent. There you go, and a book and quill for you to make your first spell. Right, so I'm going to look at my first spell here. It's a combination self and heal. And it requires a blank room, an arm, Vintium dust, lesser focus, 500 essence, a green room, and spell parchment. Well, that's all well and good, but unfortunately we need one other thing. And that is we need a place to actually create spells. And to do that, I need to go into my arcane compendium here. And you can see, because I've made the inscription table, it's already, filling out some of my compendium. So we're getting a crafting altar that we need to be making here. And a lectern. Some magic walls. And somewhere around here, there's structures. And here we go. The crafting altar. And it tells us exactly how to make everything. So I'm going to go over how the crafting altar kind of works right now. Basically, as you can see, it's switching what materials are possible to be made out of this. So you can see here, like, block of quartz is showing as this, or nether brick. If I come through here, you can see here's the ranks for the main stuff here of how good it is. So at the top ones, you can either use witchwood, nether bricks, or nether quartz. I think we're going to end up using nether bricks. And on the capstones, which are these 4 blocks up here, we've got options here, and we want to see if we can get some of the best ones. I believe the very best one is sunstone. Fingers crossed we have enough sunstone. If not, we'll use moonstone, because I'm pretty sure we've got enough of that. Okay. We've got lots of crafting and stuff to be making here, but let's see how much we can get done. So let's, first of all, let's check our sunstone situation. We've got 36 sunstone. So if I request all 36 of that, that should be fine. 9, 18, 36, that's exactly 4, isn't it? That's good.
Lucky.
Well, I say lucky, actually we planned it. We went out and farmed exactly.
We totally planned it.
Yeah. Sorry to break the illusion, but yeah, it was totally on purpose. Okay, so there's that, the sunstone, and what do we need? Like tons of nether brick. I don't know if 142 probably is enough, but yeah, that much. Okay, that's that, and then what else do we need? We need stuff for the crafting altar. Let me get any eye back. By the way, I'm pressing O if you're interested in how that works. Sorry, what did you say?
I'm just looking at my book, and the amount of materials I need for my spell is quite a big list.
Oh yeah, there always are a big list. So we actually need some Vintium dust here. Now Vintium dust comes from cooking up the Vintium ore that we've got quite a lot of actually. So I'm going to request Vintium ore, and I'm going to request 134, seeing it's already in the system. Screw it. That's good. La 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 la. That's in a chest right at the back of the bloody room as well, so it takes a while to go. Here we go. Let's grab some of this. And what we need to do is cook it. So I'm just going to dump it into the hopper here. And eventually, once it's cooked up in the furnace, we get some Vintium dust. And I'm going to leave all of that cooking because we're going to need a whole bunch of Vintium more for one reason or another. And if I mix it with some stone, which if I just request stone there, we'll clear out the recipe.
You're making Vintium dust for all of us?
Well, I'm making a ton of it. Is it for all of you? I guess.
That works.
Just for himself.
I'm just making so we've got a supply of it, so I don't have to keep making stuff. So here we go, piece of stone, and that's
just
our
for you.
crafting altar. So that's made, and that's now giving us more unlocks on there. Next we need a lectern, which is this lectern, which hopefully we've got the stuff that I can request for that. We just need the one. And it should grab us some materials to the lectern. So we've got our nether bricks. We've got our sunstone blocks. I guess while I'm here, I'm going to make a request for some quartz, which I don't need a lot, just a minute, 4, 8, I think I need 8. And I also want some moonstone, or should I do it with moonstone? Let me have a look at the options. I'm jumping ahead of myself. The reason why is what we're actually going to be needing to make is a Nexus of some kind. We're going to go for a light Nexus, and I was thinking of what to top it with. So moonstone caps work only at night, but they're actually very strong. If not for moonstone, I think is the next one down gold.
The next one down is diamonds, and then it's gold.
Oh, a block of diamonds. Are we going to be able to do diamonds? I guess. Let's have a look.
We could do diamonds.
36 diamonds. That's expensive, but at least you only need it once, right?
But it works.
Malinka's...
Yeah, you only live once, and we have an automated mining system.
That's true, we do. Our tunnel bore is doing pretty well. So I'll just request 36 diamonds and Malinka can spin in his... I was going to say grave,
I'm
but you're not
requesting a lot
exactly
of stuff
dead.
as well. It's a big list of items I'm requesting as well.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He's secretly planning stuff behind your back.
Well, there's a lot of stuff which is going to end up being having to be made here. So I'm probably also going to need a handful of nether brick stairs. So I'm just going to... any of these empty from before? Yeah, there we go. Oh, we make 4 each time, so I'm just going to grab maybe 12 and hope that leaves me with enough. Okay, I think I have most of the things I need to get started here. So,
Oh, that's nice.
so the plan here is that anything which is like machinery for Ars Magica 2 is going in this room here. But above us, on the floor above, this is our crafting area. And what I've done is made a nice big space for all of this stuff. And thankfully Malinka's put a request pipe down, so now I can grab materials here as we need. We might even want a crafting bench thing here as well, to be honest. But don't worry about that too much. And... okay. It's not exact.
Last thing I need is spell parchment, and I think you took all of that, right?
It's in the
Oh,
system.
no, it's in the system.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the multi-block here that works. Oh, I need to make magic walls. I'll do that in a minute. I forgot about the magic walls. Right, let's go back and go back to our structures for the crafting altar, and I'll get some of this built. So to begin with, on our first block here is going to be 5 by 5 of this nether brick. This is one of the most involved multi-block structures you'll ever have to build. Wait a minute. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is 5. Good. I thought I'd had it by 6 then. Like so. Okay. Then...
only the middle...
yeah, I should go and make some of these magic walls, otherwise I'm going to have a problem making this build. So, thankfully, we've got all the stuff kind of ready to go for that, hopefully, because over here we've got some Vintium dust, and all I need to do is request some stone off of the system. So, let's go do exactly that. Let's grab a few stone. And I think it's this. In fact, it is. You get 16 magic walls, which is probably enough from just one craft. I'll leave the recipe set up in there in case I do need it. But, hey, magic walls. Bear in mind, this is the first time I've ever built a crafting altar, so, you know, I'm doing a remarkably bad job of doing it. Now we've got to make a decision on where we want this thing to face. I think, considering this is the way we come up, I think I'll have it facing in this direction. So let's have a magic wall here, and here, and here, like so. Put the nether bricks on either side. This is me trying to do this from memory, which is totally going to fail. So if I look at the layers here, actually, you can see what that I can actually select it by layer, and it looks like I've already made a mistake, because in the middle of that block, it looks like there's something else in there. It looks like I need another block of diamond. No, another block of sunstone. Is anyone feeling adventurous?
Uh-oh.
I'll do it.
Yeah, we need another capstone of sunstone. We need 9 sunstone. Yeah, you have fun grabbing that for me. there's a trick to
Oh,
the way we're doing it. Is we're using the wand of equal exchange on them of sunstone floating in lava. That way we don't have to get into the lava, and we just exchange it with something random in our hands, like netherrack or cobble or whatever. It works pretty well. Right, let's get our lectern up here, I think, and we'll put the lectern. This is where we're coming in, so I'm going to put the lectern on this side here, and on this side I'm going to put a lever. Oh, not there. There. Okay. I keep going in back to NEI because out of habit, 'cause I'm used to using NEI for all of this stuff. So we've done layer 1 ish, well layer 0 minus the capstone. We've got this side looks done, that looks done, and the layer above. Okay, so layer above looks like it needs another magic wall above, and then we're looking at some upside down stairs as well. So make sure in my hand I've got some nether bricks, and I may, just for now, I'm just going to place this down so I can got something to climb on. Put the magic wall here. Nether brick there, nether brick here, and the magic wall here. And then the nether brick stairs that I picked up, put those in place. Here and here. And here, and oh, that's probably the wrong way around, isn't it? Yep. Just grab that. And there, like so. Right. Next. The next is a layer with the capstones that I had planned for. And then a circle of stairs, and then 2 blocks in, right? I think I can remember all of that, I hope. And jump up here, there we go. So, if I get the capstones in first. Come on, game. So there, and there, like so. And then was there magic walls up here? No, I remember what it was.
No.
It was never.
I'm looking at the same picture. No.
Stairs. So one over here. One here, and I believe it just goes round in a circle with stairs like so.
Yeah, 3 along that side, 3 on the other side. 2 complete blocks in the middle, and the middle one will be another capstone.
Yeah, I got it. It's not always easy to build this stuff out because of my players kind of in the way.
Like that, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why it built it that way. Hopefully, doing this should fix it. Okay, and then we need to do the same on the other side. Looks like I've got just enough nether bricks actually, which is good. So get that one in, and that one in, and then finally this. Oh, damn it! Knew it. Do you want to see if you can put the last ones in? No.
There we go. Just need 2 sunstone blocks now. One on the top, one in the middle.
No, we don't need one sunstone in the top, but we do need the one sunstone. Let's come off of camera because I think it's going to take a little while to get all 9 of those sunstones. So yeah, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and yeah, we got our sunstone. Thank you, Demon and Malinka, who've been grabbing those for me.
You're
You're welcome.
Yep, and finally, to finish this up, we need the crafting altar. And if we take a look here, the crafting altar, to make sure it's correct, should change its colour apparently to match. There we go. The crafting table. So there we go. That tells you that you've built it correctly, which we have done. Yay for us. So, unfortunately, a crafting altar, this requires some power of some kind. So let's go and I need to craft a couple of things. Let's go downstairs. So one of the things that we need is some kind of chalk, which I forgot to make, and I believe it's white chalk that we need in this case. And this is arcane ash. Arcane ash requires arcane compound. Arcane compound is this. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to request some arcane compound then. Let's get, say, 10 or 20. Let's just go nuts. Okay, and we'll just make a whole bunch of arcane compound. At least we'll have some of those spare for when we need them for other projects. And you just cook the arcane compound in a redstone furnace, and that will work quite nicely whilst that's cooking. Something else that I forgot that I needed was a crystal wrench. So let me have a look. Where's our crystal wrench? Here it is. Crystal wrench requires a desert nova, a blue orchid, which you find out in the world, some iron, and some vintium dust. So let's request those. It's missing the vintium dust, but if I put one vintium dust in there, it will work. I'll take that recipe off for the moment because I'm going to show another recipe which is useful to know, and this is something called a rune. If you make runes like so, it's out of cobble, so it's really cheap. And combining your runes...
There's vintium dust in the system now.
Okay, thank you. Right, if you combine your runes with different colours of any kind, so let's say cactus green gives you green runes. If it's blue, then you get blue runes. If it's like, lapis even gives you blue runes. Rose red gives you red runes, etc, etc. So I've made a green rune because I needed that for my spell. I needed a blank rune. So let me grab those to make sure those come through. I also know that for my incoming spell, I'm going to need arms. And let's go back to our crystal wrench recipe and request again.
And seeing the amount of runes we need, I am moving over to our logi system right now and adding the rune recipe.
Cool. Yeah, we definitely need those coming in. So I've got crystal wrench. A crystal wrench is just like a wrench from any other, like our crescent hammer here or omni wrench or whatever. It's basically the wrench to interact with Ars Magica stuff. So that's that side. Then what was the other thing I was making? Oh, the chalk. So here we go. Let's grab some white chalk. So some flint, paper, white dye, and clay. Although we've got bone meal in there, and I can request. Oh, I thought you put the arcane ash in the system, but you didn't, did you? It was something else you put in.
Oh, interesting fact, and something we'll have to take care of off camera. We drained our first lake.
Ooh.
I think.
Oh, the lava lake. Nice.
Yeah, some engines are starting to lose lava.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we figured that's what, been 2 weeks or something since.
Something like that.
So yeah, that's pretty good. 2 weeks worth of lava, and to be honest, we didn't put it in the best location. There was better locations nearby, so we can fix it off the camera though, because I think we've got enough lava back storage and enough power in the cells to be getting on with probably for another week. To be honest.
We've got enough power here for a month, I think, to be honest.
Yes, ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's hope I've got everything I need for now. If I need any more, which I definitely do actually for my spell, but let's give ourselves a bit of a boost here. So I'm going to get rid of these markers. Oh great, I'm already destroying the building.
And you put so much effort into it.
I know, there we go. So in the place where I had that stuff previously, those towers, I'm going to place a block of quartz and cap the block of quartz with a block of diamond, like so. Oh, that's the only problem with this stuff. If I leave you to fix, that'd be amazing. Yeah, gravel is a bit too flimsy.
It might be the picks we're using as well. They're pretty much overkill.
Yeah, which means you have to be really careful about mining this stuff up. There we go. So, let's make sure I've got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a block of diamond on top. 2. And a block of diamond on top. And you can see we've left this open to the sky. I think that's necessary. Let's get rid of that torch and place our white chalk smack bang in the middle. You can see already particle effects and lag, which is already
oh, sorry.
gathering basically power into this. Maybe with a crystal wrench. I forget which stuff checks what, but okay. Maybe it isn't the crystal wrench. Let's have a look at the different tools available to us. Oh wow, God.
Well, you could just move your cursor over it and you get something extra in your visuals. On the top of your monitor, in the middle.
Yeah, that's to show, I think, some kind of UI. Like if I'm stood in here, I think I get a mana regen buff. If it's above a certain percentage, I think that's part of it. Anyway, what was
It's above 10%.
10%, yeah. Anyway, what was I was looking for a particular... So it wasn't Crystal Wrench. Is it the... Not the Keystone. Magitech Staff, maybe? Yeah, Magitech Staff. Yeah, Sensing Essence levels. I should probably make one of these. So let me go down and make one of those. We need some Chimerite, a Mana Focus, and that kind of stuff. So, as it happens, I need to make a bunch of focuses. Or foci, I guess is the right word for that. Yay. So let's get on with the making mana focuses and so on. So if I look up here, the recipe for a mana focus requires a standard focus, which requires a lesser focus, which is made like so. I'm actually going to request enough materials to make 10 of these, because I know I've got some gold nuggets in the background. Come on, gold nuggets. Glass gets here like instantly, but you know,
It's quite close to the chest we're using for this. This is a chest connection, yeah.
So yeah, so we've got some lesser foci. Then we need a mana focus. So to do that, we're actually going to require some redstone. So what I'm going to do, instead of grabbing it by doing the requesting thing, I'm just going to grab it this way, clear this recipe out, place the lesser focus in, and surround it with redstone. And we get a standard focus. Okay. Then to upgrade that standard focus into the next level up, we need 2 Vintium dust, which thankfully is here. So place that in there with some Vintium dust, and we get a mana focus. Good. So we're in the middle of trying to make a Magitech staff. I'm going to keep a lesser focus on me, because I'll need that for later. So here's the Magitech staff recipe coming up now. And I think we've got Chimerite in the system. Oh, it's going to have a moan, isn't it? Okay, let's grab some sticks. This is not sick. Don't want to grab any sick. That's disgusting. we'll request 1 stick and the chimerite, which I believe is in the system. Yeah, we've got a bunch. I need 1. Here we go. Where is our chimerite? Should be showing up any moment. There it is. There we go, there's a Magitech stuff. Like so. While I'm down here, so I'm not bouncing back and forth, let's find out what else this spell needs. So it needs some Vintium dust, which is behind me. I can grab that. Blank room, which I've already picked up. An arm, which requires 2 of them. That's silly of me not to notice. Oh, it needs 500 neutral essence. I might have to make a mana battery for that then. A green rune, some spell parchment, which is in there. So let me grab some of the stuff that I'm missing. So spell parchment, which I need that. I need another arm apparently. Request. And yeah, looks like I wasn't going to, but I think I need a mana battery to, the light Nexus makes light magic of some kind, and we actually need to convert that to neutral, and one of the ways I know of doing it is doing it with this thing here, which is called a mana battery, and it needs some more chimerite. I select 4 of those, and some arcane ash, which you've already seen us make. So unfortunately, you know, all of this stuff is fairly complex to build, but you know, we'll have a system where we'll have extra Vintium dust, extra arcane ash. We'll teach the system how to make each different colour rune so that we can auto craft it, and basically the idea will be that we'll have a big storage of stuff, and that request pipe that you saw in that room, we'll be able to just click on that request pipe and say I want my spell parchment, I need this for this recipe, I need an arm. We can just stand there and grab our stuff for our spells that way. Anyway, I've got the recipe now for a mana battery, and that's doing a good job of filling out my arcane compendium.
You're making a healing spell, right, Fire?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, one of us demon is going to take off armor, the other's going to hit us with a fist, and Fire's going to heal us.
Oh, I've only got self-healing.
You said a masochistic.
I've only got
self-healing. Oh, we get to hit you!
Yeah.
Never mind, that's good as well.
Yes, we get to hit him.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I've got lesser focus here. Yeah, I do. And all the other stuff that I requested that I failed to pick up, like the arm and the spell parchment. I can't remember if I needed Vintium dust, but just in case I do, I'll grab that as well. Okay, let's go step back up to the tower and take a look around, shall we? So, upstairs I was in the middle of, where's this, there we go. I was explaining about the storage of this. If I right click with my Magitech stuff, you can see this is now 25% filled with mana, and which actually means if I stand in here now, I actually get a mana regen buff, which you can see here, mana regen. You can also see there's like a little symbol just by my crosshair which says I've got mana regen. I can move that actually. If I /AMUICFG, there we go. Now I get to move stuff around. So if I want to show my positive buffs somewhere else, like I'm going to place my positive buffs on the top of the screen, and negative buffs I'll place up in the top left corner, I guess. That should be fine. Contingency type, that's fine. I'll keep these here. I think that's okay. XP bar. Yeah, I think this is all okay for now. I'll leave that as it is. And then if I press escape, it will move the stuff. And I probably put that buff in the wrong place actually. Let's move it, because Whaler's in the way. I forgot about it. So I'm just going to put positive buffs, say, here. There we go. That'll do. I'll do it off camera and mess around with it. Okay, so we're trying a different tack this time. I'm probably going to cut out one of the attempts that we made, so yeah, it won't be so bad. So let me explain. So what we did is we attempted the light nexus, we tried to attach it to a battery, we tried to attach it to a conduit, we tried to do all bunch of stuff, none of it worked. So we need neutral essence for this spell, so I've built a neutral nexus. It's chiseled stone bricks, some stone bricks here, there's blue chalk in the middle. And what we need is that liquid that we had in the desert, and just place it underneath, and the flowing liquid will actually get hooked up in here, as you can see, and grabs by the nexus and turned into magical energy of neutral liquid nexus, or not liquid, neutral essence energy. Okay. So, now that that is filled with energy, I'm hoping this is going to be close enough for what we need to do, but I'm going to try again now, and hopefully the nexus should hook up. So, I'm going to chuck my rune in, and then an arm, Vintium dust, a lesser focus. Now, the essence energy, I'm hoping if I hit the switch... Okay, I solved it. Alright, let me explain the steps as I finish off this, because I'll have to explain what happened afterwards, because I need to get this spell done now. I don't want to mess around with it anymore. You wouldn't believe how many takes it's done. Anyway, spell parchment's always the last thing that goes in here. And there's a new spell. Okay, cool. Right. Now that's done, I'm going to explain every step that we've done. So, light nexus, pile of shit, doesn't work for the light nexus based spells that we're doing. Sorry, neutral based spells that I was doing. So yeah, that's no good. Tried to hook up to a mana battery, didn't really work out. Because it's supposed to convert it from light to neutral through a conduit and back up to the craft table. I don't know why it's not working. So we built a neutral nexus. Neutral nexus with chiseled stone bricks and stone bricks, blue chalk in the middle. You put essence liquid from that pool that we first showed. You drop it in here, and that will start charging. I then, with my crystal wrench, wrenched the essence into here, into the conduit, and then the conduit I wrenched into the crafting table, and then I was able to hit the switch on here, and it crafted my spell. So that's how it works, and then I hit record and you saw the rest. Anyway, now that I've stopped tearing my hair out and swearing a lot, who stole my spell?
It's in your inventory.
You should have.
Oh, there it is. Wow, I was really going to rage then. So... when I right click it the first time, it comes up with a special screen with like tons of icons, a bit like, you know, if you play World of Warcraft, you just choose which icon you want. I'm just going to have basic here, I'm going to have this little heart here, and leave it at that. I think that's fine. So now, you can see in my hand, I've got glowing things. I can right click and I heal. And I also leveled up, I'm actually level 2 now. And my mana bar went down a bit.
Can you take out your book for a moment? Let's see if we can make our spells.
Yeah, you should be able to. Just right click. Oh, I forget how you do it. Oh.
Empty hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, what was showing up as an empty hand wasn't. There we go. And actually, if you want this spell, right, even though you don't have the skills for it, you can actually just craft it yourself with this book and take the spell at the other end. So, yeah, anyone wants a healing spell, you can actually have it without going for all of this. So Malinka's putting a new spell in. I believe his doesn't require essence, and I'm not seeing the recipes required coming up.
Let's see. No.
Right, the first step
No
is
idea
you
why.
need to
You
put
have
a
to
rune
throw a
in.
blank rune.
Yeah, blank rune in
Ah,
the
the blank rune, of course.
There we go. Now you need some Vintium dust. I'll call it out for you if you like. An arrow. A snowball. A purple rune. Lapis. And a book. And a... is that a stone sword?
Yeah, can be. Let me check. Yeah, that's a stone sword.
Red rune. Another sword.
It's the iron one.
Okay, and then the parchment to finish the spell off. Okay, so with all those swords, I assume you've got some kind of attack spell. Do you want to describe what attack spell you made?
I've got something I call the magic bolt. It does physical and magical damage.
Okay.
Seeing that Fire can heal himself, let's try it out in a bit.
Yeah, go for it.
But
Attack
first
me.
he'll need to dump his stuff.
No. It won't do that much damage. I'm wearing armor
Oh,
too.
I first need to choose icon for it. Give me a second.
Okay.
Let's go for that one.
Yeah, it doesn't do a lot of damage. There's an augmented mode and stuff. I forget the button to increase it, but I won't have enough power anyway to do it. Yeah, go on, attack me.
Oh, sorry. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Did you not name it in the book? Oh, wow. And then I can heal myself.
Oh, I didn't get any XP off of that.
No, for that, it doesn't work on players for some reason. You can attack entities out in the field and attack stuff, then it will give you levels.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to kill stuff.
But for me, I get levels off of basically healing myself. So if I actually come downstairs now and go to the Oculus, you can see I've now got 2 more skill points. And I've actually have an affinity that I can see because I'm using healing. I've got a pacifist affinity. That will go into affinities later. Then we've got another talent tree thing here. And we can spend stuff on here. So I can try and pick up mana regen 1. So that used up one of our blue skill points. So now that leaves me with 1 more blue. And as soon as I'm going defensive, I guess I'll learn leap, and then perhaps I'll make a spell that allows me to
For some
leap
reason my
around.
spell isn't working.
Okay. Can you take a look at your bar? You've
can't
got
shoot.
2 bars. You've got a one on the right hand side is a moon icon. That's how much mana you've got, and the one on the left hand side is a red icon. It's called burnout. Are they both? Well, one needs to be empty, one needs to be full. So the burnout needs to be empty.
They're both full.
Well, then you want the burnout to be empty. That means you're casting it too frequently.
I've only casted it once.
Are you sure that's full?
They're fully red and nearly full blue.
Okay. Nearly full blue. Well, you might want to wait to.
Yeah, the mana has been used from that one shot on you.
It should regen itself. Okay. Try again.
Nope, it's not shooting.
So you hold the
I
spell.
do see it become. I do see it become dark blue for a second. My mana bar,
Okay.
but that's it. I'm extending my hand.
Well, that's odd.
If you want to see mine,
Right. 1
it
second.
has something special in it.
One second. Are you in augmented mode? Is the moon icon big or what kind of moon icon do you have?
Normal half moon.
It should be like a crescent moon.
Yeah, it's not full, not a complete crescent. It's more like a circle cut in half.
Oh, you're in augmented mode. There's a button somewhere. Do you shift click or something? Yeah, press C.
Oh yeah,
Now try
That's
casting
normal.
it.
still. Ah,
There you go.
die.
So, yeah, in the high augmented mode, it requires more mana than you actually had, unfortunately. And therefore you couldn't do it. But if you did have the mana for it, it would do like way more damage.
Ah, and I can recharge by killing something because they drop those little balls.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, right, what did you make? Sorry, Demon. I have one thing at a time, that was all.
I actually had well, I'm in the process of making it, but luckily, it required sunstone.
Oh, okay. Well,
There's 3 more in the system that I found. But
Yeah,
we
there
need a
are.
whole
Yeah,
bunch.
luckily,
there should be some.
We went and got some.
Okay.
Okay, well, I see you just grabbed your spell, so if you want to name it quick. Link of the pincushion.
Yeah. Well, I've got that 5 in right now in the middle of my screen. I take it that's my level then.
It is your
A lot
level.
of arrows.
I'll cover that. I've just covered it on camera, so I'll wait till off camera. So yeah, go on, Dean. We're waiting for you at the moment.
Mine is a touch light spell.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you've placed
Easy excuse to get rid of torches.
a torch. Yeah, effectively. And I believe you put that in augmented mode if you had the energy for it. Then it'd have a bigger radius of light. But you know, you can do other stuff you can do. So yeah, it's like Demon's got himself a torch maker. Cool. Right, I think, well, I've explained the basics, and the episode's probably gone on way long, and I've got to edit the hell out of the video because Ars Magica's hard. But yeah, we'll see you next time. We'll probably do a bit more Ars Magica, but yeah, we'll have to do a little bit of off-screening and making sure some things work smoother. So yeah, from myself, Malinka, and Demon, see you next time. Bye.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.